Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West.
I look like a fly. If Malfoy was a fly. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, here we go. Here we go. The reason this even happened was I was home for quarantine. I came back to Chicago. Helen came back from Mexico and basically lived with me and my family for like maybe a few weeks, maybe a month, because their house was under construction. Along this time of basically living together, we decided it would just be so funny if we stayed in an Airbnb unique experiences or unique stay. Nothing was available. Like literally nothing was available on the Airbnb website, unsurprisingly, because we planned the trip in like 2 days. Anyway, we found this place because originally we wanted to stay in a yurt, and then we considered the possibility of a teepee for roughly 7 minutes, and then we realized that would be a horrible idea because we had no camping gear. And Helen and I like to kind of do this thing that we call putting on plays, where we just act completely insane and like come up with hypotheticals and stories and just act them out like we're completely disturbed. We thought this would be the perfect place to do that. There was only one place available, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't know, I don't want to ruin someone's business, but it was insane. It was extremely rural. The town's population had like 970 people, which is like grounds for a horror movie. And the welcoming committee, when we first got there, because there was like nowhere to eat in town, we stopped at Culver's, and we clearly looked like we were not from there. It honestly looked like the first episode of The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. I don't know if you know that show.
Braxton, you're so hot right now. We love you. Start clapping.
People were just like staring at us. It was kind of scary, but we made our way to the house. We go down this dirt road. Surprisingly, Helen is still getting service. I felt like I was in The Hills Have Eyes. For context, it was very, let's just say no one in that town voted for Joe Biden. We drive down this road.
We are literally in the middle of nowhere. I know.
And then it's like the second house on the left, which honestly sounds like the title of a horror movie. And we turn into the driveway. There's like 2 pickup trucks, a house. Like, where is this little shed?
Wait, I think it's here.
Your destination is on the right.
Alright, I'm gonna go down this.
Or this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Look at this fucking field.
Oh my god. We need to die in this today. The shed. The shed. Ooh, it smells. Where did he tell us to park?
I'm kind of obsessed. The horse. Little horsey.
Oh, hello.
There's just horses on the property. And I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be good for Helen. And it did smell, in fact, like a petting zoo. It's like hysterical. There's like cowboy boots hanging from the rafters on the front porch. There's like horseshoes, all of this like cowboy paraphernalia. We walk in and we realize we can smell the horses inside of this little house. And there's like so many flies, which is disgusting. So we start like unpacking, put stuff in the mini fridge. No one from the family was to be found anywhere. We didn't see them. As cute as the house was, it was not functional. There were flies in the house, as expected. I mean, it was gross, but it wasn't like the end of the world. Helen did have a fun time trying to kill them.
I don't know. Wait, I just saw it. I think it's around here.
Patiently waiting.
How I got that. Where is it? There we go. What if it just landed on your face and I like slapped it? This would leave a mark. Alright, well I'll just keep this nearby in case it comes back. It's back! I swear to God I'm gonna get it! Oh shit. Wait, I found it, Ailish. I found it.
The fly?
Yes, I swear to God.
Okay, just...
I got it. I got like part of it.
There was no bathroom. We had to use the homeowner's bathroom in their house that was like sectioned off from the rest of the house. Even though it was removed in ours, it still kind of freaked me out. I don't know why, it was just strange. It was an outdoor shower, we didn't use it. I honestly would have, that didn't freak me out. Outdoor showers are cool. We start washing stuff in the sink and we realize there's no fucking drain. It's literally just a tub, like a basin, that every time it gets too full, we have to lift it out, walk outside, and dump it out, which takes two of us because it fills up a lot of water. That was like the first thing. We cooked dinner and used like a legit dagger to chop the food. It looked like something you would go like hunting with to like skin an animal, I think. Actually, I don't know. I've never done that. But yeah, it was definitely very unique. It was very unique. But yeah. The bedroom was lofted and we had to go up this like very steep ladder. Let's just say that was not fun to get to at night, but we start unpacking. We don't see anyone from the family and we were just like, okay, maybe they're not home, because I'd been texting with the homeowner all day about checking in early while he was at work, whatever. More time passes, so we decide to make dinner. There's like no toilet, and then we like read through the Airbnb listing, which, you know, we didn't do beforehand, which is so stupid. You have to use the bathroom in the homeowner's house. COVID is happening. We're in a MAGA area. Just like, okay, so it's like sectioned off from the house, whatever, we go into the side, but I still feel like I'm gonna get murdered. I mean, more time passes. It's like starting to get a little bit dark. I mean, it's the summer, so it doesn't get dark until like 8:30. We hear these boots walking up the little stairs onto the porch of this tiny little children's house, if you will. It's like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what the f? Like, we are out in the middle of nowhere. The homeowner definitely wouldn't come here. We're about to get murdered. Like, someone just knows we're out here. And there's a knock on the door. And I'm like panicking, so, which doesn't make sense. What I do next, I open the door and I'm like, hi. Meanwhile, no mask is on this man. It's the homeowner. And he's like, hey, just like wanted to make sure you got in all right. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like, introduce myself, introduce Helen. It's like at a time of night when I would assume he would just be like, just want to make sure you're all good. Like, I'm gonna be in the house, like, call me if you need anything. No, he like sticks around and talks to us, and his dog is like rifling through our trash, and he's like leaning in the doorway being really friendly, and I'm like so afraid of men, so I was like, okay, it was just really creeping me out at that time of night. And he sort of seemed drunk. Please leave. And so then we close the door, and Helen and I are freaking out. Helen's like, oh my god, he was checking us out, like, he's so scary, blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's starting to fluster me, so I'm like, no he isn't. I knew. Then we just, my mind starts racing, and we find like this guest book. It just seems like, first I'm reading it and I'm like, okay, this is normal. Like, all these people had like great stays. He's a super host. This is awesome. I feel so much better. And then Helen proposes the idea, what if these are fake entries? Please don't say that. What? We're going to get murdered. It was just talking about how like, oh, the homeowner and his family are like so hospitable. Like, we had a bonfire out in the backyard and they came out and talked to us and had a great conversation. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to hang out with him. So I was so scared that night. We climb up to the lofted bed, flies flying around and like biting us. And it's hotter than hell, but I sleep with the fucking comforter on me because I'm like getting eaten alive by flies. Helen passed out. I could not fall asleep because I kept looking out the window and I saw these shadows that literally looked like 3 people standing out in the field in front of the house. Are those people? Are they like waiting for us to fall asleep? Like, I dead ass thought I was going to get killed that night or worse. So obviously we didn't use the bathroom at night. Like, I peed outside. No, I'm not going inside the house. No. Not getting any closer than I need to. And the thing that was kind of cool about this place, it's like the only takeaway where I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, I won't forget this. It was so far removed from a city that there was no light pollution. So in the distance, you could see like lightning storms happening in the next county over. Helen said when she went out, at one point, she thought she saw a shooting star, which is kind of cool. But basically, we woke up the next morning, like at the same time, and like turned over, and we were like, we need to get the out of here.
It's not even 9 a.m.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
We just hear these boots come up the little steps. Boom, boom, boom. I'm already fucking paranoid about everything.
And he was like, hi guys. And I got convinced that he was checking us out, and then
I thought so too, but I didn't want to say it because I was so scared.
yeah, Ailish was terrified. She didn't sleep at all. I went to bed.
I turned the lights off at like 11.
Yeah.
I kept checking my phone. I was awake at like 3:15. I just kept looking at these shadows and I was like, are those people?
Oh my god.
And so we were really scared because after he left, Helen was like, okay, he was getting friendly. He was checking us out.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Then I was just like, yeah, he fucking was. He was like leaning on the door. The dog kept coming in.
Yeah.
He was like, and it's everything we were talking about. There was like long pauses and silences. And it's like, okay, we're like checked in. It's clearly like nighttime. We got here at 3 and nobody was home, supposedly. And he was like, yeah, I just had like a really long day at work. And I was like,
yeah, he was like covered in dirt.
and he looked like really disoriented, like potentially maybe like drunk or something.
He seemed drunk.
Yeah.
Now that you say that.
Yeah.
Our door didn't lock.
Yeah, there's no lock. It's just a latch that goes like this. So someone could easily open the door from the outside.
Yeah. But last night I peed outside at 3 a.m. and I saw a shooting star. I think.
That's beautiful. I went outside to pee alone. I was so scared I was gonna see someone. But Helen saw him like heard him talking to his wife in the house.
It made us feel better that there was like a woman on the premises.
Yeah, but at the same time he was scaring the fuck out of me.
Okay, so anyways, it's like 8 a.m. and I can't even think about coffee. I don't even care. Alright, it's 4 hours away.
All aboard.
Oh my god.
Never doing that again. Never going to, no offense, but that was enough to scare me away forever. So yeah.